Hi, this is Dylan Murphy with Navitome, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a cohort. So a cohort is a type of private project where you share information with a group of users, and every user has their own copy of the content. So I'm going to go and click and build and share, and this is the area where we do all our publishing and sharing of content. I click on New Build, and this is going to be for a class that I'm teaching on Navitome. I'm going to call it Navitome 101 and select cohort as the type of build. Now I'm going to click into this build and I'm going to start to add my content, right? The content that I want my students to get. Click on generate guide and I go and I select the Navidoc that's my class material. Alright, so this is the master set where I keep all my class material. And now I'm going to manage the content. So I know that this group of students, they don't need everything, and in fact they only need the first two lessons. So I'm going to disable lesson 3, and lesson 4 is actually a draft that's not quite ready to go out, so I'm obviously going to disable that and I'm going to submit it. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in and add another administrator to this project, someone that can help me with this class, help me manage the class, manage the content. And now I'm going to actually add my students. So I go into people and I'm going to add a few students here. So I've added these 3 students and now they're part of this cohort. Okay? So here's the thing about the cohort. When I go back into contents and I have my guide here, my class material, and I expand that, I can see that each student has their own instance of this guide. Right, so when we talked about a collaboration in another video, all of all of the students, everyone in the group was working on the same copy of the content, the same exact instance of it. In this case, everyone has their own. So imagine a teacher at a classroom of 30 students, and each 30 students has their own workbook or textbook, but the teacher is driving the class. So now imagine I want to go in. I've been teaching this class for a while. I want to go in and I actually want to enable the first part of lesson 3 and maybe even the last part of lesson 3, and I enable those and I submit it, and now all of the students have those changes reflected in their content. Right, the last thing I'm going to do in here, I'm going to launch into a project discussion. I'm essentially going to kick off the class. Say, hey, looking forward to the class. Here's the content. Right, just an introduction to the fact that this project is for the class, and I'm going to send it. So that's a real quick introduction to a cohort. Again, a cohort is a type of project where you share content privately and you manage it once, but it gets created for each student in that class, and they can work at their own pace, they can comment on it, and it's all kind of private between them and the builders or the administrator of the project. Thanks a lot.